Good afternoon from a shady area of a boiling hot, very pleasant, still stress-free Peterborough. Tidy shed. Let's go see what we can see. Still to go into the brown bin, just been emptied. So a thank you to Gary and Caroline that came yesterday for a visit. Pond and Garden is their channel. I've put the filter on the GoPro. I keep forgetting to put it on all the time. Yes, I know, the saga continues. Actually quite good, quite happy with that. Anyway, where are we? So I am continuing with the Upflow filter. The design from Righty. A few people have asked, can you tell me how you build it? It's a bit disrespectful if I were to tell you how to build Righties, so no, I won't be doing it. If you need to know the parts required and how to put it together, get in touch with Righty, get the plans off Righty, give it a build. It's not difficult, but the fact that Righty's gone out of his way to make these plans, it's a bit unfair for me to then start telling everybody else how to build it. So I'm sure you can appreciate that. Anyway, in the meantime, how far have I got? I'll follow you. Now light on again. Right, I have filled this with Helix 13. I've got to put some legs on the base, but until Cat's water butt moves out of the way, I can't get in to measure that. So basically I've done the majority of the difficult stuff. There's 10 litres of Helix in there. I think Terry uses K1 or K1 plus, one or the other. I think it was Kevin Faddy that says use a blank. Sorry Kevin if this wasn't you, but use a blank to go in there, 4-inch blank, and basically put a tank connector in. But if I was to do that, this would sit at the bottom and dirt would collect below the level of the lock nut, and I want the dirt to go down there. So with that in mind, if you were to use some reducers, you basically create a bowl shape. So this is a 4-inch to 2 and a 2 to 1.5, and as you can see the dirt will slide down the center. This is the top or bottom, I'm not certain, but that'll sit in there. I don't know if I'm going to keep the 45 on or saw that off and put a 90 on, but until I get the water butt out of the way, I can't tell you. Not that it's a secret, but I just don't know. A big thank you, I'll follow you again. A big thank you to a gentleman that emailed me some photographs of his pond, Paul Woolcott. What a magnificent job this gentleman's done. But he has put 2 Tempests in. Now I've seen this quite a number of times. 2 easy pods was quite rare, but 2 Tempests, I'm not going to say why, I'm just going to say, yeah, not a bad idea. So I've got myself a little bit of a conundrum. This isn't a time constraint, this isn't a money constraint, this is just ideas in action. And I've got so many ideas, I can't decide on what's the best. So I'll show you what the conundrum is. It's in the filter house. It is so hot in there, so this might be a really short video, but let's go have a look. I'll follow you again. So as you may well know, this is my setup. I've got 2 returns out of the drum, and each one return splits into 2. So these are my top pond return, or top area, middle area return, and this outlet basically feeds the shower, the tangential return, and the stainless steel water blade. So I'd like a standalone system to operate the Wrighty's Whirlwind or Terry's Typhoon, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I've got my slippers on. But the thing is, I can't put another return in there because there's an entire cage that covers these returns to stop the micro K1 coming through. So that's a little bit of an issue. Secondly, I really don't want to drill anything in there. Options. This is my rodding point. I could put a plug straight down the centre to about this level, cut the pipe, put a 4-inch T, put a reducer down to a valve, and then I've got an available flow of water. However, that will be direct dirty water that has to go into a filter and not filtrated water that can be returned. So that's a possibility. Another possibility is I could put a T-piece in here and run this to another pump. Shut this down, start this pump up and go backwards and forwards as needs be. A little bit faffy, a little bit complicated. Or could I run 2? I have no idea what the flow rate is possible out of a 1.5 pressure pipe. Could 2 pumps at 10,000 litres pull sufficient water to run the Wrighty's Whirlwind and one of these returns, or is that just plain silly? I don't know. Let me know. I did think about putting a T-piece in here to the waist and letting this pump run Wrighty's Whirlwind, and that will be manual, but I really do want to go to automatic. But Wrighty's Whirlwind is a polisher, so I have to put filtrated water through it. There's no point putting dirty water through it because it would just be another standalone filter. So I've got an interesting problem. Like I said, no time constraints, but it's like, what do you do? Answers on a postcard. The fish are absolutely fine. The Fluke Solve Plus goes in tomorrow. Fortunately, when you get them in 100 gram bags, our first dose is 51 grams, so basically half the pack. So the second half will be going in tomorrow. We're following manufacturer's instructions, and I do appreciate people coming in and telling me the life cycles of the eggs, of gill flukes, changes in temperatures, things like that. For those people who know me, I like the simplest life possible. I've had difficulties in life, don't want them anymore. For those people who don't know me, I like simple life. There. So if the manufacturer says put it in now and then in 3 weeks put the second dose in, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm not fobbing off any advice that have been given, I'm just following the manufacturer's instructions. One of the fish flicked this morning, but over the last 3 weeks I think all of them have had a flick and a flash at some point, but not an extended flicking and flashing session where they're clearly stressed out. All of them eating like horses, and the water is just lovely. There are a few bits floating about in there, but that's like another filtration problem. How can I get rid of them? Brilliant. I want to get my fat head shadow in the way, do I? Right, I'll just stop it there for a second. Couple of shout outs. David Rand, you're absolutely right on the money, mate. Go auto with the Right is Whirlwind or go home. You're absolutely right. That's why I've got this conundrum. How can I have a standalone system? And another shout out, quite by chance I found this guy, and I do thank you for getting in touch. Brummy Koi Pond, who has got an absolutely wonderful automated system through one of these, what do they call them, Siri or something. Anyways, got it through that, and it just looks amazing. You have to see the video on his Upflow filter. That's fantastic. Righty and one other subscriber got in touch with me and said, I think the other subscriber says he's put his down at the bottom of the garden because it just went green and looks ugly. I've got some of this Protex that I use, and it's very, very flexible. It's very, very hard working, very tough, and I can make a sleeve to completely wrap around this filter, so fingers crossed we won't get any green water. I'll just create a slot which will drop over there, so the only exposed bit will be here. The rest of it will be totally covered. It will provide some insulation as well, but not that much, but it will hopefully keep out the green water. So that's where we are at the moment. Cat's working. We still need 5 fish, and we still need 5 bricks. Oh, what a joy. Anyway, just a short video. I shall leave it there. Thanks very much for the suggestions. So how am I going to get a clean filtered source standalone system to get to Righty's Whirlwind, Terry's Tornado, whatever you want to call it, Terry's Typhoon? Let me know. I'll probably get Terry down here for a cup of tea, and we'll have a walk through and a chat. I've got loads of ideas, but I just need one idea. Right, in the meantime, stay safe, look after your family, have a great weekend. Bye.